Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, yeah, I'm doing another Game Vault video. That's what I've decided to call the series. It just kind of was like, whatever, generic name, whatever. I had a lot of fun doing the Genesis one, so I've decided to do more. Real quick, before we get started on today is the PS4. I'm just going to give out the format of basically how I'll do these. I'm only going to do them once a month. I love doing them, but I feel like they're really easy to make to get, like, subscribers and people watching the channel and stuff. And not that that's a bad thing, but I want to challenge myself to, like, you know, do things that people wouldn't necessarily ordinarily do to bring people to the channel, right? So, like, have a bit more of an identity to our channel. But I know people like these, and I have fun, you know, talking about my game collection. I'm really not showing it off just to be like, look, I'm showing it off. Like, I'm fucking poor. Like, the reason, it's not like I'm, like, have all these things because I'm, like, rich or whatever. It's just I've been collecting things, you know, over the years, so, because trust me, there's a lot more things that I wish I would have in my game collection. But anyways, enough of that. So yeah, I'm only going to do one once a month, and maybe I'll update it every year. I'm still kind of deciding on stuff like that. The reason you're getting two this month is because I figured, well, I did the Genesis one in January. Like, I did it in February, but let's just pretend I did it in January because I missed January because I came up with this idea later. So we'll pretend like that's the January one, this is the February one. You'll get one in a couple weeks, which will be the March one. And that'll be Xbox One games, so stay tuned for that. And then we'll go backwards in time, so it'll get more retro. We'll go like PS3, 360, well, I guess we'll do Switch, and then whatever. You get the idea. So anyways, that's enough of that. Let's get started on the PS4. So we've got the Darth Vader PS4 here. So I bought my PS4 after my Xbox One. Excuse me. So originally, I was going to buy the PS4 first, but because, and the reason for that, I should say, actually, is because I really hated that Microsoft press conference where they were like, oh, the Xbox One's basically going to be a piece of shit. They were like, fuck you, you know, whatever. When they, like, first announced the Xbox One, and then Sony came out and they did their whole, like, we're not going to fuck this up. It's basically what they said. Sorry. Yeah, so I was going to buy a PlayStation first, even though I had traditionally had, well, I guess I had a 360, and I didn't get my PS3 till later, but I did have a PS2, and I never had an original Xbox, so I'm not really a fanboy of any of them. I love them all. It's just I'm a fanboy depending on what have they done for me lately, so, but yeah, so I did end up getting my Xbox One first, which is why I have the Vader one. That's why I told that story. Sorry that took so long. But basically, I didn't get one of the original PS4s. So because I waited, I had the opportunity to get like one of the special ones. So that's where the Vader one comes into play. Now, if you don't know, this is the one that was made for Star Wars Battlefront 1, the remake. It did come with the deluxe edition, so obviously, this is a little old now because Battlefront 2's been out for, I think it'll have been 2 years later this year, right? So, for the record, I didn't play Battlefront 2 because I heard all those nasty things about the loot, and I didn't have the money for it anyway. But, and then, of course, it had the controller. So, it says Star Wars on the touchpad here. And it's kind of styled after Vader. It's got the, you know, he's got those, like, button-looking things on his suit. So you got the blue and the red, and then red here, some gray, and then the circle. So if you haven't seen the console, there it is. Real quick, before we get into more games, I just wanted to show off the box, you know, if you haven't seen it once again. So, pretty neat box cover. The sides, there's, flip it around here a couple times. Not much to it. It does say Star Wars all over. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I mean, I almost considered getting rid of the box. If it wasn't for the picture like the Star Wars art on it, I would have. It's not a great box. Like I said in my Genesis one, new consoles just, they don't do the thing where they put all the back of the games, or excuse me, like a list of games on the back of their boxes. Now, granted, I have a special edition one, so maybe they just like gave it some kind of like special artwork. But I'm pretty sure that's not really a thing they do anymore. They have some little, you know, pictures of gameplay here. But anyways, not much to say about the box there. But there's my console, and there's one game. So let's hop into... Let's do a special edition first. So I have King of Fighters 14. That's 14, right? I'm not good with my Roman numerals. I'm pretty sure the King of Fighters 14. King of Fighters. So I'll just take it out of the little slit. The back of that is just the back of the actual case, which mine's a steelbook, so I don't have the actual case, but the steelbook was not the special edition part. It did come with the special edition, but you could actually get the steelbook but just by buying the launch edition. So it's got Kyo. He's actually who I played as when I played King of Fighters. I don't play it often, but it's not one of my favorite fighting games, and I really like some of the older ones more. I don't know. The cityscape there's nice in the back. Also, I'm going to open this case, and if you hear the audio clip, that's just my camera. Sorry, I can't afford a new camera. I just don't have money for it. This is all I got to work with. I noticed that it did that in the Genesis video when I was editing a lot, but there's nothing I can do, so until I make some money, you know. But anyways, the inside of the steelbook, also like a nice city kind of thing. It's going to be hard for you to see the inside of the steelbooks through the camera, and then, of course, the game, which has, what's his name, like Iori or something, whatever. So, there's the just regular, let me put that off to the side, game for King of Fighters, and let me grab the... So the special edition came in this box. Now this one's already unboxed. I'll grab the stuff. There's the back, like I had said, is on the back of the steelbook there. The reason it's unboxed is because this is actually my second time filming this video. It came with this art book. Not a bad art book. I do like art books a lot. And I'm a big sucker for steelbooks. I know that it's like a marketing tool to get me to buy it and whatever. I really like steelbooks. The only thing that sucks about steelbooks, I'll say, is they scratch a little too easily, and that drives me nuts. But, yeah, this is a pretty standard art book. You know, it's got, like, the fighters, some concept art, different costumes. So there's, like, mature. Here's Vice, you know, different costume, Vice, whatever. Hein, is that how you say his name? But, yeah, it's pretty standard. Not that that's a bad thing. They don't really give... Yeah, they don't really give, like, bios or anything. So, I always like it when they do that. They do have some comments. Like, here's a comment on... I think you actually say her name, Angel? I don't know, because she's from Mexico, so, like... If I'm correct on that. So, I don't think it's actually Angel. It's, like, the G is an H, whatever. So yeah, it came with that art book, and then last thing with this, it did have the soundtrack, which has the most, would you say the most famous King of Fighters character? At least in America. Mai Shiranui on it, and then the other side is just the most famous boobies in King of Fighters, that's for sure. And then, I don't know this character, I don't know that character. I think she's newer, too. But it is a 3-disc soundtrack, and there's Angel again, if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I apologize. My girlfriend is actually Mexican, so I can ask her, but she's not here right now. Terry Bogard, so he's... Seeing that would be maybe the famous... Maybe you could argue he's the most famous, but I feel like he's more famous for Fatal Fury, so I don't know. He's in this game, but not really, like, his game. So, let's move on. We're going kind of random with the game series here, and I'll throw a special edition in just every now and then. Let's go here to Dark Souls. So, I have Dark Souls 2. This is the Scholar of the First Sin edition. I think I actually have Dark Souls. Yeah, I have Dark Souls 2 on the PS3 as well, but we'll get there, whenever. So, once again, if you didn't know, Scholar of the First Sin is just Dark Souls 2 with all the DLC. But they actually, like, revamped it, so, like, there's a lot of... Let me put it this way. If you've played Dark Souls 2, and liked it, I know some people don't like Dark Souls 2. I don't give a fuck. I think they're all great. And you haven't played Scholar of the First Sin, it's actually worth it to get this one, because they put, like, enemies in different spots to fuck with you, and, like, made things look nicer. That's not a huge deal to me, but, there's actually a lot of differences, just in terms of, like, the level design and layout that makes you go, it's almost like, if you've ever seen somebody who's like, I made my own Super Mario Bros. Mod for the NES, and you're like, well, I've played Super Mario Bros. And it's like, you haven't played it like this. It's kind of like that, Dark Souls 3, this is the Day 1 edition, so I guess I pre-ordered it back then. I don't think this is no, it's not a steelbook. And the case is the exact same, so we're not even going to bother opening that. Dark Souls, probably Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, all of those, probably my favorite. Definitely top 5, like, game series for me of all time. How about, let's go Digimon next. So, I have a bit of a history with Digimon. It was kind of the odd one out. I would say my top 5 just things in general when I was a kid, would be, we're gonna go like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Sonic, Pokemon, and Dragon Ball. And then Digimon was there, but it was always the odd one out. Mainly because I didn't get to watch the show much, and I learned most of what I knew about Digimon by playing the games. Let me put it this way. I didn't watch more than 5 episodes of Digimon Adventure 1, so like the first season, until about 4 or 5 years ago when I watched the entire thing. And the movie. So, yeah. But I did play Digimon World 1 when I was a kid. I rented 2 at one point. And I owned 3, and 3 was the shit. And 4, actually. So I played a lot of Digimon games. And this one here we have Digimon World Next Order. Not much to say about it. It's a remake of Digimon World 1. If you've played Digimon World 1, no offense, but personally, I think it's a piece of shit. I can play it because I played it a lot when I was a kid, but it's basically like you just... take care of a Digimon and he poops everywhere. Yeah, it's not great. But they remade it. It's nice to see that even sometimes like a shitty game, if it has a following, can get remade, because I was nostalgic for this, so I thought this was a cool idea. And I played this a little bit, and it is an improvement over the first one. I mean, it's been years, so that's not saying much, but still, it is. It's a big improvement. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. So, if you don't know the difference, Digimon World, to me, it seems like, so Digimon World from now on, if they make any of those games, it's going to be made more like Digimon World 1. If it's like Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, it's more like Digimon World 3, where it's like a traditional RPG kind of thing. So this is more of a traditional RPG. It's good. It's not great, but I did get really into it for a while. My favorite part is training the Digimon and digivolving them and de-digivolving them into different things, and so you can discover whatever. I'm not going to go get into the game too much, but what made me get this originally is, well, I was like, man, I haven't played Digimon in a while. At the time, it had been like Digimon World Dawn was the last one I had played, which is a really good DS game, by the way. And I noticed the artwork was very familiar, and when I looked at it, I was like, oh, it looks like Devil Survivor. So I looked it up, and yes, the artwork is made by the same person who did the art to Devil Survivor. Here we have Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. So this one's a sequel. I mean, it's not really a sequel. It came out after Cyber Sleuth, so we'll put it there. And basically, it's like tells the story of a different group of kids that was going on at the same time that this one was. So I haven't touched this one. The only reason I got it is because I found it like brand new for like $10. I shit you not. No one wanted it, but I really like this one. So if this one's pretty much just the same thing, I'm not expecting a lot of improvements from this one. I'm expecting you know, just something slightly different, I think $10 for a brand new copy is worth it. So we'll move those to the side. Horizon Zero Dawn, fantastic game. If you haven't played it, good lord, just play it. I got it a little bit later, finally played it recently. It's fucking great. God of War, this one's sealed still. Not that it makes it really valuable, it's just because I haven't touched it yet. You know, in the future maybe it would be, but obviously you can find sealed God of Wars everywhere. This is the remake, won Game of the Year. I knew it was going to win Game of the Year. Deserved it, it looked like to me. And let's go like near another, well, formerly PS4 exclusive. This one's not sealed because I actually did start it a little bit. And by the way, I'm going to have a couple sealed PS4 games. I shit you not. Time is one thing because I work a lot and I don't make a lot of money off of, or any, let's go with that. I don't make any money off of YouTube or Twitch yet to be able to support myself to play more games. But actually the main reason a lot of my games on PS4 are sealed is because my PS4's hard drive is full and I don't have money to pay for it, so it's like I can't, I'm tired of deleting old games. Like, man, the hard drive on the PS4 was not great. It's only 500 gigs. Same with the Xbox One, but early in the Xbox One life cycle I did get a hard drive, so that's why I have a lot more of my games on Xbox One, but whatever. Anyways, but it sucks because there's a lot of PS4 exclusives. Like, here, we'll throw out another one. Let's just move these to the side. Neo, which I also have sealed and really, really want to play because I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it's similar to, like, Dark Souls. I can't play it because I don't have enough room, so I haven't even opened it. And now Neo 2's announced, but, I will say this, the one thing that PlayStation really has over Microsoft in this day and age especially, exclusives. I feel like they kind of always have, but this was, so it's not anymore, so we'll just exclude that. But like, Microsoft doesn't have this. Damn, they don't have this. They don't even have, they don't have an equivalent to this. And let's throw another one out there, Gravity Rush, and I have the second one here. They don't even have an equivalent to these. Now, if you don't know Gravity Rush, they're not amazing. They're very good, though. I haven't played the second one, I guess I'll say, even though I've opened it. But the reason that I got this is because I do have a Vita, but I was never able to get it on Vita because, once again, money. But it looked interesting. Gravity Rush looked like one of those games where the first one's not an amazing game, but it's so unique and so itself that it's acceptable, and you're like, okay, I can't wait to see where this goes in the future. I hope they make a sequel. And they did, and I haven't played it, and I don't know if people like it or not, or whatever. But I really like the first one. Microsoft doesn't even have an equivalent to that. I would say the most recent equivalent, off the top of my head, exclusive-wise, that they had to that, was maybe the first Crackdown, where Crackdown 1's not like a 10 out of 10. Probably not even a 9 out of 10. Maybe an 8 out of 10. And if you're feeling like a dick that day, 7 out of 10. If you're feeling really harsh, 6 out of 10. And if you're like 5 or 10 below, I feel like you missed the point on Crackdown 1. But whatever. Yeah, Microsoft in recent years hasn't really had any exclusives that I felt like they should make a sequel to this. ReCore wasn't great. State of Decay wasn't good. State of Decay 2, so that's a little different. I know I'm missing a few here. Like, they canceled Scalebound. Might as well have let that one happen. We Happy Few ended up not being amazing. So, that's the one thing PlayStation really kicks their ass on, in my opinion. Nintendo, it's about the same as PlayStation. They kind of, you know, Nintendo has their own exclusive lineup that works really well, so I'm not even going to get into Nintendo. But if we're just talking Xbox versus PlayStation, and trust me, most of my life I've probably trusted Xbox more, so this is coming from, I guess you could call me an Xbox fanboy, but like I said, it just depends on what have they done for me lately. Well, I'll tell you this, what PlayStation's done for me lately. They've done me good with God of War and Gravity Rush 1 and 2 and Horizon and Neo, and for a time like this, you know, or even these. these are all exclusive, so sorry I had my camera cut there, but I'll just repeat myself real quick. But yeah, I will say this, PlayStation, they kick their ass in exclusives. Xboxes, that is. So anyways, technically another exclusive, probably not a great one. We got Warriors All-Stars here, so it's just a Dynasty Warriors game, but it has the team, or Team Ninja, so like Dead or Alive. They actually even have Neo right there, that guy in the top middle. I can't point at him right now, but that guy. That's Neo. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's him. And then they have the Dynasty Warriors character. There's Ryu from Ninja Gaiden, which is just, you know, Dead or Alive. I don't know all the characters, but it's just an all-star game with, you know, ninjas, basically, from different game series. Haven't played this one yet either. Don't care about it too much. Once again, the reason I got this is because it was on sale because no one wanted it. Brand new, sealed for like $15, and I was like, yeah, why not? Dynasty Warriors are, you know, they're fun to play every now and then. Before I forget, let's move on to another special edition. How about that? Let's go with this one. This one's cool. So, Odin Sphere. It's the first Vanillaware? That's the company that makes these, right? Game that they ever made. And it's the Storybook Edition is what they're calling this. It's whatever. It's a special edition. If you haven't played Odin Sphere, I played it not a whole lot. I really want to get into this one. Like, I haven't played it enough. Let's go with that. I have played it, but not enough. And this was their first game. It was originally on the PS2, so this is a remake. Now, what got me into Vanillaware games, as I slip this top case off here, is Muramasa Rebirth on the PSP. PSV, so the Vita. When that came out, I told all my friends, like, I always just tell them, like, what was my game of the year? For me personally, what did I have the most fun playing? What did I think was most innovative? Whatever. The year Muramasa Rebirth on the Vita, which was a remake of a Wii game, came out, there was not a lot of good games that year, I remember. At least not a lot of good ones that I played. So that was my personal game of the year. I loved that game. Well, I figured, why not? I'll probably love this game. I hadn't heard of it until they announced a remake. This box looks gorgeous, and it opens up here, and the back has like a map of Arion, I guess, is where the... And then the sides are actually pretty cool. This box is amazing. Like, special edition-wise, probably the... I don't want to say that for sure, but probably the best box I own. Even the inside, which is just white, but here, because it's the Storybook Edition, they covered it with, like, a book-like color. Like, they thought of everything. So, since I just dumped all the stuff out on the floor, with this, there's this art print. I haven't opened it. You're supposed to frame it, which, even if I wanted to, which I don't know if I did, I live in an apartment, so I can't put shit on the wall. But this is the little girl in the game, and then they've got the cute little cat and her book. So she's like reading the story of the game as it's going on, I believe. Another art book, which are just so common with these. You know, I don't remember how this art book is. That's really nice. There's a picture of Gwendolyn there. Oh yeah, this looks like a good one. It's got some detail that tells you, you know, about the characters, concept art of design and stuff. Mercedes there. I think that I would assume that's what her name is, how you say it. The game's all in Japanese. I'm just trying to flip through the pages with one hand. Mercedes with her mom, which, god damn, Jesus Christ, what the hell? Velvet? Yeah, Velvet here. So this is a really cool one. And then after the character bios, they even give you, like, some of the enemies and the designs of them, and the artwork, if you haven't played Vanillaware games, first of all, this is probably the one I'd recommend just based on the amount of characters and the story, and but they're all good and have one thing in common in this sense. artwork, man. I mean, they just look fucking beautiful. Like, holy shit. This is probably one of the best art books. Probably just one of the best special editions overall. And then it came with this shirt, which I never wear the shirts. I think this is like... Let me get this unfolded here. The shirt is just like a picture of, like, it's like empty bottle with this makes a potion in the game or something. Sure, whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna be too, like, much of a dick. Like, you didn't give us a better shirt. By the way, if you see my, like, legs a lot like that, it's because I'm sitting on the floor, because that's how fucking poor I am. I don't have a table or anything. So, it did come with... So, this is kind of cool. It came with, you know, the normal case, but instead of, like, a steel book, they have this, like, steel slip with this just beautiful picture of Gwendolyn there, and then, you know, the normal, like, case on the... here, like, oh, man. This is cool. And they even remembered to put the name on the side for you, so if you want to put it on your shelf, it's perfect. One of the best special editions I've ever got. The only thing that sucks is that when Amazon, because that's where I got it, so it's not Amazon's fault, but whoever the deliverer was, I don't know if you can see it here, but they fucking, like, bent the box, like, right up here. It got smashed. You can't really see in the camera. You can kind of see the dent there, but that made me mad. But whatever. Whatever. So, let's move on to another game, then we'll do another special edition. So here we've got Dragon's Crown Pro. I'll throw this one in there because this is Vanillaware, the company that made that. This is their next game, or one of their next games. It's got a nice fucking awesome dragon on the back. This is another steelbook. This is the... So Dragon's Crown Pro is another... It's not really a remake, it's more of a port. My least favorite Vanillaware game I've played so far, but yet still really good. It came with these, like, skill cards. So, like, you got the Amazon, the Sorceress, and, you know, Fighter, whatever. And they came in this little case, which I guess I kept. So, yeah, this one's not as amazing. Like, not a huge, great story, or nothing like that. But, the one really cool thing about this game is that it utilized crossplay between the Vita. So if you have the Vita version, you can play with the PSP people, or not the PSP, sorry, the PS3 people, or the PS4 people. So no matter what version you have, yes, the PS4 and the PS3 version and the Vita version can all play together, which is awesome. And you can transfer your save data between all of them. So I played this on the Vita. I actually transferred my Vita save data to the PS4 version, which is great. Real quick, inside of the steelbook, it's just the gang hanging around the table. The left side's hard to see because the front's like a pop-out cover. But you can kind of see the sorceress and her massive tits, too. Jesus Christ. Somebody's got to tell these artists to, like, calm the fuck down on the titties or something. Jesus. Anyways. So, yeah, Dragon's Crown. Let's do, how about this? We'll do another 2 games. So we've got BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, and this one is, what is this one? Central Fiction, yeah. I really need to play through this one. I played through the story of all the BlazBlue games except for that one, because, you know, BlazBlue was out when I was in high school, so I had plenty of time to play them when I was skipping my homework. But now I just don't have as much, and they are big, long stories. BlazBlue is my favorite fighting game of all time. The story is the best I've ever had in a fighting game. I love the mechanics, I love just whatever. So, there's the back. I generally play as Makoto Jin. I don't know if you're curious or whatever, if there's any BlazBlue fans out there. BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, which is one of my most viewed videos on YouTube when I did the segment on the podcast where I talked about the announcement of it. Almost 2 years back now. This one is a crossover fighting game between the BlazBlue characters, Under Night Into Birth. I've never played that game. I want to. The characters from Ruby, and then the Persona universe. Also, Persona might be my favorite game series of all time at this point. I don't know. It's hard to say. But if it's not, it's certainly my top 5. We'll get into some Persona stuff in a little bit. So, I don't know, I have some neat, pretty obscure games, but... So, but other than that, I do have this special edition of Central Fiction. Now, I just took the slipcase off. Got a little rip there, unfortunately, but it is just the slipcase, so not a big deal. Back is the same as the back of the case. And underneath that slipcase is the box, which has not quite the same picture. They basically just stripped the girls, which, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. Let me get this open here. Yeah, BlazBlue can be very risque. It's another one of those, damn, artists, what the hell were you thinking, man? You keep drawing them titties, you gonna get in trouble, but whatever. I'm not super, like, political about that. I'm just using the King of Fighters one to hold that out. So it came with a Noelle... Is this a Nindoroid? Yeah, Nindoroid. It says Nindoroid. I don't think you can see that, but it says Nindoroid Petite. And I don't know if it's in here. I'll just, like, reach in and see if I can... Okay, so I took out Noelle. It looks like I literally took her out because she's missing her head. But no, you attach the head on. So here's the little figure. It was kind of neat. I'm not a big fan of these little Nindoroids, but I'll tell you what, they look better than Pop Funkos, that's for sure. So, sorry Pop Funko fans, but I'd rather pay for these little guys. But really, I'm a big fan of, like, full-fledged figures, but whatever. So, it looks like I've kept this in the box just because they are a bitch to set up. It came with her little Bulwarks. There's two of them because she uses two. She uses shotguns in the game, so for anybody who doesn't know, Noelle is what I would consider one of the three main characters of the game. So you have Ragna, and then his brother Jin, and then Noelle, who's kind of special. She is, I would almost say she's the star of the show in certain ways. Like, Ragna's like the main, like he's the Naruto Goku, but Noelle is very special to the story. So you've got a soundtrack. This is just, I don't know if this is a sound selection. It doesn't say it is. But I guess the thing with BlazBlue is they reuse or just remake a lot of the same music. So this might actually be all of the new songs that were put into Central Fiction, because they really just reused a lot of them. Then we got another art book with a very, I would argue, sexualized picture of Noelle, but whatever. BlazBlue usually has pretty good art books, but if you're somebody who's easily offended by... I would say the exploitation of women. Well, I don't know. They've got some naked dudes in here too, so we'll see what we find. But, oh yeah. Oh god. I don't even know if I can show that on YouTube. I'm just gonna side the camera. Good lord. Good lord, BlazBlue. Good lordy. You think I'm reading a fucking porn magazine. Anyway, here's some cool pictures. Yeah, I mean, they're not, like, nude, it's just, like, really seductive-y. Yeah, we gonna move to the side. Anyway, I'm not gonna show a lot of this art book, because I really don't know what YouTube's rules on that. Personally, I'm totally against, like, censorship and stuff, but I am purchasing, or putting this on YouTube, so I gotta follow their rules a little bit. But yeah, this is a really good one, too. Like I said, though, if you're not too fond of, like, exploitive or not, I don't think anybody wants to exploit women, right? But like, if you're not, if you get offended or easily by, like, you know, naked people, because there's naked guys too, or not completely, but you know what I mean, ecchi, whatever they call it, yeah, probably don't recommend this one, but if you're okay with that, BlazBlue's fucking amazing, and this is a great art book for it. So, anyways, I'm running out of room here on the floor. What do we have next? We're almost done here. Oh, I just kind of missed this one earlier. Here's another thing Xbox doesn't have. Good lord, do they not have this game? Last of Us Remastered. Fucking amazing. Not much to say about it, except if you haven't played it, what the fuck are you doing with your life? So, I'm probably going to have to release this video in parts, so stay tuned for that. Here we've got Yakuza, well, here, we'll start, this is Kiwami 2, but Yakuza Kiwami 1, which, if once again, if you haven't played Yakuza, another thing Xbox doesn't have, go play fucking Yakuza. People are like, is it like Japanese Grand Theft Auto? No, it's not. It's amazing, but it's its own thing. I mean, it's gangster, but it's like Japanese gangsters, and it's... Oh, that art's so cool. So, yeah, anyways, this one came with the steelbook, so this is a remake of Yakuza 1. Inside is just a city. What is up with the inside of these steelbooks being fucking cities? I just, like, noticed that. Anyways, we'll just put the ad off to the side. Yakuza Kiwami 2, so that's a remake of Yakuza 2, excuse me, and guess what the inside is? A city. I'm not even going to take that city out. I haven't actually, this is the only one I haven't played out of all the ones I've bought, but I hear good, or no, that's not true. That's not true. We'll get to that one in a moment. Yakuza 0, this one's fucking amazing. It's better than Kiwami 1, the remake, and Kiwami 1 came out after. Yakuza Kiwami has been probably the most successful Let's Play on our channel other than Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels to the Roses. And this one is just the business launch edition, so they didn't have like a special edition. Ooh, look, a spoiler behind you. Here's the game, whatever, it's the same as the... But this one also came with, and I know it's lying around here. So, I found it. Basically, Yakuza 0 had this really weird business launch edition, which you saw me show, and it came with like a business card holder, which I can't remember. I feel like that's bigger in Japan, but nobody really... I feel like, I don't know if it's like a rich person thing, but I've never heard of anybody actually using a business card holder here in America, at least, so maybe this makes more sense for them, but it does make sense in the context of the game. So there's Kazuma Kiryu's tattoo. This is Goro Majima's tattoo. The inside is nothing, but it did come with these, so you've got... That's upside down. In Japanese, but then in English, Goro Majima's business card. Kazuma Kiryu's business card. And then I think this is... there's like hostess bars or whatever in the game, so I don't know if this is like a business card for it or if this is more fan service, but whatever. Oh, that's a good word for it. If you're not a fan of fan service, this is what I was trying to say. BlazBlue. And maybe that, I don't know. Whatever. Good word for it. I just thought of that, but that's neither here nor there at this point. Yakuza 6. Haven't opened this one. This is the other one I haven't played yet. Came to America a little later. I do have Yakuza 5 digitally, and I do have 4, so I guess I have all of them except for 3. Wow. Once again, not much to say. If you haven't played Yakuza, play it. This one's like... I think this one's pretty significant. Like, I think it might be the end of... not the series, but like the story of Kazuma, and he's been there forever. So give me a moment here. We are going to get out another special edition. So we've got the Yakuza 6 special edition box. Is nothing special. It shows you what all it comes with, which we'll get out here in a minute. Now, this is not the greatest special edition I've ever gotten. It's not like Odin Sphere level, I'd argue, but that box is fucking awesome. But it is the classiest. So I think that's where the game fit in. I think they had the game in there when I bought this. Another art book. They call it The Essence of Art. It's got that sweet dragon on it again. We'll just flip through a couple pages here, because unlike BlazBlue, this is not a fan servicey one. So it's got some of the people, the important people in the game. There's this funny little picture of Majima. I think they put some fan artwork in here. Yeah, because it looks like it's got their names there. That's an awesome picture of Kazuma. Majima. Whatever. This game looks fucking awesome. Someday, I will play it. I will play them all. Anyways, decent art book. Not amazing, but it's a pretty decent one. So this, and I apologize for the crackling noises, this is not an ASMR video, and if it makes the audio go down again, once again I apologize, it's just the camera, there's not much I can do. Coasters, so I don't know, I'll open it here, but I don't know if, here, give me a moment. Nah, they're not really different. I don't know what they say, I don't know what kanji that is, I assume that's a kanji. I do speak a little Japanese. I took 4 years of it, but I don't know what that one says. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, and then this last thing, give me a minute, because this is going to take me a minute to get out, and I'll explain why. Okay, so it looks like I took nothing out of the box, but I assure you not. I did notice, though, that there's these little symbols on the side, by the way, of the box. You can't really see them because like this is in the way and I don't want to take it out and ruin it, but anyway, so it came with this little black bag, kind of like the business card one, so that's, the camera's a little blurry there, but that's a little classy already. And then it came with these two, you might think they're dice or dies or whatever you want to, what's the plural, dice? Whatever. They have a symbol, so this one has a fire symbol there. I'll set that there. And this one has, I think, yeah, another kanji. I don't know. But why would they have ice? Yeah, they're ice cube. You put them in the freezer, and they're meant to be ice cubes. Why would they have that? Because, allow me to set the camera on my lap for a minute and get these ridiculous things are. We're going to give the video an edit because I don't want that sound to destroy you guys. I apologize for what is probably an awkward edit, but it was shot glasses. So they came with shot glasses. It's kind of hard to see the design, but I believe this is Kazuma's tattoo again, so it's that dragon that you saw. Super fucking classy. I think it's the same thing on this one. So it came with two. Extremely classy. Special edition. Definitely the classiest. The reason I had to edit there is because they sent it in this, I'm trying to grab it right now, styrofoam. It is the snuggest fucking thing I've ever had to, like, you have no, I've taken it out about 3 times now, because I don't really use these. Maybe someday in the future for a special occasion I will, but I don't really drink. In fact, I've never drinking. I've never drank, smoked, none of that in my life. Never done a drug. And so, yeah, I've taken them out about 3 times, and I literally had to put the camera down and stop because they are so fucking snug in there. I almost don't even want to put them back in, but that's the safest place for them, so like, see, putting it in there's not bad, but watch. I promise you that's all I can do with one hand. Like, I have to two-hand it and twist it. Whatever. It's ridiculous. Let's go on to our final one. So I know this has been a little longer than I thought it would be. Definitely gonna probably split this into 2 parts. Big ol' Persona. Probably my favorite game series of all time at this point. We'll just get it all in here. Now obviously I do have Personas on other console, but since this is just the PS4 one, let's start with the dancing game. Not much to say about it. I kind of recommend it. So this is Persona 3 Dancing, what is it? Dancing in Moonlight, and then Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. This is almost a sorry excuse for an art book. Like, I love Atlas, so don't at me, but not much here. They got all the characters in their new outfits. I do like that. That's for Persona 5. The front of the booklet is Persona 3. Like, don't get me wrong, the art that is in here is really nice. But I really hate it when they put art books just, like, inside the case, and it's just like this little booklet thingy. The case here is really cool, though. You've got the Persona 3 main character, Aegis, Morgana, and then the Persona 5 main character. And it's all, like, shiny and almost rainbowy. It's, like, red, yellow, and blue. And then, so yeah. There's those. The 2 dancing games, well, 2 of the 3. But the 2 of them that are on PS4. I guess for the record, this did come with Persona 4 Dancing All Night, but it's digital, so that's why I'm not showing that off. Here we've got Persona 5. I did buy what is it called? The Take Your Heart Premium Edition. Back when that came out, I was so happy because Amazon accidentally sent it to me a day early, and you do not know how long. I mean, I was waiting for Persona 5 for years. We had Persona, after Persona 4, we had a remake of 3, Persona 3 Portable, and then we had Persona 4, basically Persona 4 Portable. They called it Persona 4 the Golden, but whatever, on the Vita. And then we had the Persona 4 fighting games, the Persona 4 dancing game, and we're like, holy shit, it's got to be coming. Persona Q, it finally did. Now this is obviously, I've already beat it since then. This came out almost 2 years ago now. Not quite, but pretty close. But I can't say enough about how much I love this series, and really just not just Persona, but Atlas games just in general. So there's Atlas. But let's get this open. So the box is pretty cool. This is the case if you have the normal case. So this came with the steelbook, obviously, which is a really nice steelbook, all red. I don't remember what the inside looks like. Let's take a look at that, actually. Oh, yeah. So it's got all the characters in their outfits. But anyway, so this is the normal case if you buy the normal game. Once again, if you haven't played Persona, go fucking do that. Holy shit, it's so good. So this is neat. This is the box. We've got all the characters here. Or this is like the first 4 characters. And then the side there. And then on the back side, you've got the last 4 characters, excluding Akechi. So, but there's like Makoto, Haru, Yusuke, Futaba, whatever. And then so this is really cool. This box is actually magnetic. So when I pop it like that, there's actually like a magnet that's like built in here that connects to down here. And there's a little picture of Morgana that says "Take Your Heart." So this came with a school like book bag because you are in school in the game, and it has the Shujin Academy, the school you attend, in the game logo. It's a decent bag, but once again, I won't use it unless it's like for something special because... So, we've got a art book. It says the aesthetics. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's just the name of the art book, whatever. So, the back has the logo, P5. Front has Joker on it. And let's take a look at this one real quick. I think this one's more of just like a concept art. So there's some concept art of Joker. Oops, I went back to the table of contents. Yusuke. Ryuji. There's On. Takamaki, whatever. They have some of the Social Link characters in here. So this is a decent one. It's all concept art. I would imagine the main reason for that is because usually for this one and some other games, they release like giant art books separately. But I think, so here's another soundtrack, but once again, I know this for sure, Persona does arranged ones, so it does have a lot of songs, and it does have a lot of the main songs. In fact, this is pretty much all the main songs, but not the full soundtrack, I'm pretty sure. I have a couple Persona soundtracks, maybe we'll get to that one day. And then, yeah, there's one last thing, but he's not in here, so give me a moment. Well, already, I went to go find him. I try to have as few edits as possible, but had a few unexpected things. But they have a Morgana plushie, so really small. I actually had him on display, which is why he wasn't in here in my bedroom, so that's pretty cool. Sometimes... Yeah, I don't know. Overall, that's another really good special edition. I love Persona 5 so much I had to get it. I've already pre-ordered, like, the Persona Q2 special edition, Catherine full body special edition. Like, I just love Atlas games so much. So, but I think that about does it. That is my entire PS4 collection, and now it is just all over the damn floor, so I got a mess to clean up. It'd really be nice to have like a table and a buddy to do this with, but hey man, that's the nature of the beast, I guess. So, yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. I think next time, more than likely, is probably going to be Xbox One games. Like I said, I'll do one of these a month, so we'll get one in March. That'll probably be the Xbox One one. And, yeah, if you saw anything you liked, or you want to show me or tell me about, like, your game collection, I love to see other people's game collections. Whatever comments you have, anything you want me to Let's Play, just let me know in the comments below, or you can, you know, follow me on Twitch. Tell me during one of my live streams, twitch.tv/BrockO'Clock. Tell me directly on Twitter, whether it be direct message or just public message. You can follow my personal account, @FeralBrock, or you can tell the official Twitter page that we have, which is Spicy Salsa Game In. So, like, not gaming, but gamin'. And yeah, but thank you for watching my PS4 one, and I hope to see you guys next time.